What is up, everybody? This is Birdman GM here, and I am with my second mock draft for the 2021 cycle. Kind of getting weird. I'm still sometimes even thinking 2018, 2019. Years have gone by really quickly. So I'm doing the Chicago Bears this time. Last time I did the 49ers one, so check that out if you have not seen that. 7-round mock draft. Also, I decided to make the draft speed fast this time, just because I don't want to fucking wait so long for every pick. So, quick thoughts to the Bears. It's going to be weird. I'm an Eagle fan. Love Carson Wentz. If Carson Wentz does get traded to the Bears, you guys have your franchise quarterback for the next 10 years. And it scares me to say that because I know Carson Wentz is going to be great wherever he goes. Just come on. Fire Howie Roseman. Just build around Wentz. I know from the Eagles fan standpoint it's going to work wherever, unless he goes to like the Jets. Really, the Jets or the Texans, I don't think it's not going to be a good fit for Carson, but a team like Chicago, who, really has that elite defense and has young weapons that are going to start to develop more, like David Montgomery, Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney, and I still think Riley Ridley has a lot of potential. I don't know why he's not getting a lot of playing time. Offensive line it is. So I'm going to kind of do this mock draft and Fern Carson's your quarterback. I still think Derek Carr is another possibility, too. I've been hearing a lot of rumblings that Bears really like Derek Carr as well. I would love that fit as well. I think Derek Carr or Carson Wentz would be great for the Bears. So, receiver, I wouldn't mind getting a receiver because Allen Robinson's not going to come back. I think he's going to go to Miami in free agency. Tight end, I'm cool with Kmet. Running back, I'm cool with Montgomery. And possibly Tariq Cohen, always been rumored in the Wentz deal, but I don't think that's going to happen. Just because I think we already have Boston Scott and Miles Sanders that are kind of our lead two backfield. Offensive line, I think you guys need offensive linemen, but you need only certain positions. I think Charles Leno at left tackle, if you guys keep him, he's solid. I mean, he's not going to be amazing. Cody Whitehair, I think, is one of the better interior offensive linemen in the NFL. Defensive side of the ball, it's amazing. But if you guys could even add more pieces to that defense, holy shit, that's all I'm going to say. So, this is actually not fucking fast. This is probably slower than the last one speed-wise so far. Jalen Waddle's on the board. I'm not going to probably trade up if I'm the Bears. I don't see anyone I really want to trade up for unless Christian Darrisaw. But I think Darrisaw has a decent chance of falling. I'm not going to trade this pick because I think Christian Darrisaw is right here. And I just said that I really don't want to get a left tackle, but could you move Leno to right tackle? You could probably fix your offensive line for Darrisaw. Yeah, I'm going to take Christian Darrisaw here. I think he's just the best fit. Give Carson Wentz protection for Chicago. And, you can get a lot of skilled players in the second or third round. One thing about this draft is draft offensive linemen early and draft receivers unless you're going after Waddle, Smith, or Chase later. Second round pick, Mac Jones is falling, but Carson Wentz is our quarterback. I'm not going to fuck over him like the Eagles did. I'm not taking a trade here. I feel like this is going to be tough. You need that deep threat for Carson Wentz. I think Tutu Atwell could be intriguing. I also like the Elijah Moore fit. It doesn't have to be a receiver here. No. I don't think you take another offensive lineman this early. We already took one. Could take another corner to pair up with Fuller, but I don't love the board right here. I just don't think corner is a big enough need that you need to reach on a guy. Defensive tackle is just so fucked up their board right now. So I'm only taking Jalen Twyman in the first or second round. He's not going to get past the second round. But Jalen Twyman is someone who I'm very intrigued with. I want to make sure we have a third. I don't think we would have a comp pick. Okay. It's just imagine that defensive line adding Jalen Twyman. I have to pull the trigger. Not going to be a popular pick, I think, because Bears need offense bad. But imagine that defense with Akeem Hicks, Twyman, Eddie Goldman, Khalil Mack. I think Robert Quinn, if he can get healthy. I think an edge rusher would be. Holy shit! One sec. Do we trade up for Trayvon Moehrig here? I don't think Moehrig would fall out of the second, but shit. This is going to be intriguing because I think Trayvon Moehrig on that defense is just. I love this Bears defense so much that if you can just add more talent to that defense, possibly go after offense and free agency, getting a Trayvon Moehrig here would be amazing. I think we need to trade up anyway because we need a receiver or we need to fuck up and take another great defensive player. 83 to 72. I think 200. Let me do this. I think this is a fair offer. If not, I will just go to 2022 7, but that it got accepted. So you're the Bears. I think you already have Darnell Mooney, which I like Mooney, but he could turn out a lot like a Keelan Cole, where he's a good receiver for a year, but after that, he's kind of forgotten about. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Darnell Mooney is going to be, a good receiver for the next 5-10 years. I'm not going to take a tight end, but Brevin Jordan really does intrigue me. I'm not taking the running back. No, I can't take Trayvon Moehrig here. I'm taking Elijah Moore, the receiver out of Ole Miss. Moore is definitely going to be a guy who could be, a lot like how last year's draft was, where we had the consensus top 3, top 4 guys. And then, a lot of guys kind of went off the board afterward, which, just to let y'all know, Brandon Ayuk and Michael Pittman were high on my draft board. So they got drafted high for a reason. But I could see that this year where Elijah Moore sneaks in the first, but I could also see him and a guy like Kadarius Toney and Amon-Ra St. Brown, all kind of fall into the second, third round territory. So we don't have a 4th round pick here. Honestly, forgot the trade. I don't think it was a Foles trade. Or it looks like it was the Foles trade. But yeah, I honestly do not remember. I'm pretty sure it was the Nick Foles trade that we lost at 4th. But yeah, I really think Chicago, if you guys bring in Carson Wentz at your quarterback, it's going to be a very great offense. I'm one of the Eagles fans that are way more optimistic about Wentz, and I think a lot of that is that with Carson Wentz, the last 3 years have all had different years. 2018, you could tell it was a down year for him. 2019 was the year of, all right, this is a really good quarterback. In 2017, we saw flashes of greatness. Then it fell in 2018. 2019, though, all those comebacks he made in the 4th quarter, late in the game. The one thing I was missing of Carson Wentz in 2017 was his clutch factor, because we were blowing teams out 28-0 in the 1st quarter. 2019, we saw, I believe it was against the Giants. We were down by like 14, 17 points, came back and won. Redskins week 1, down by 17, came back and destroyed them. So that's really what I wanted to see from Carson Wentz. And, this year we really didn't see it. I don't know what happened with Wentz in Philly. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be something that there's going to be a 30 for 30 documentary about it in 10, 15 years. After the Bears win a Super Bowl if Wentz gets traded. But here for the Bears, I think you got to go BPA, offensive or defensive side of the ball. As much as I want to give Wentz another receiver, I don't think Shi Smith is going to be a good pick here. I like Reed Blankenship, but no, I don't think he would be as good of a fit here. I think you're. I don't like this board at all, the way it sits. But Tommy Kramer I like out of Notre Dame. So I'm going to take Tommy Kramer here. Darrisaw, Kramer, Whitehair, Leno. I always forget your guys' right guard. I always, Roberto Garza always pops in my head for the Bears, but I forget your guys' right guard right now. But still, you guys have a rebuild offensive line. And, you know, the Bears are going to be a good team next year. It all depends on how much Nagy and Pace want to keep their jobs, because I know for a fact that if the Bears don't make the playoffs, both of them are fired. And really, Ryan Pace should have been fired already. I think Matt Nagy deserves one more year, but Ryan Pace is just... The whole Trubisky trade was so stupid. The Khalil Mack trade was a big loss. I mean, I feel like a lot of people Bears won, Raiders are so stupid. You didn't win a playoff game with Khalil Mack. You trade 2-1s for a guy if you want to at least win a playoff game, like the Jalen Ramsey trade, the Jaguars and the Rams. I think the Rams won in that one. Now, okay, so 6th round here. Let's give Carson another playmaker. We already got him Elijah Moore. I think I'm going to go shopping for Carson right now. And Tamorrion Terry is, I think, a fringe first. I think Tamorrion Terry is going to be another guy that you could realistically see in the first round. I think Warren Jackson has a lot of red zone potential, same as TJ Vasher out of Texas Tech. I'm going to take TJ Vasher. I think the Bears really need a big red zone threat right now, especially with Allen Robinson leaving. And I don't really ever take TJ Vasher, to be honest with you. And I feel like that's a really, really good fit. So I believe this is my last pick, unless somehow I decide to trade up. Here, though, I feel like giving, the 2 tight end personnel. I know you guys have Jimmy Graham right now. You have Cole Kmet. Possibly getting another tight end to develop would be intriguing. I see 2 that I like. That's actually interesting. Breaking news: Vikings are hiring Paul Gunther as senior defensive assistant. I really like that, actually. Good job, Minnesota. But sorry for going on a tangent. I see 2 that I really like. I'm going to go Justin Rigg out of Kentucky. Just giving Wentz another, guy. Tight ends is a very interesting position because you can have a guy that can block and receive. And the Bears need both right now, sadly. So, looks like this is lagging a little bit. It usually always does in the back half. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. One other thing I want to know, I'm going to post a link for walkthemock.com as well as TDN, walkthemock.com. Believe me, it's going to be one of, if not the more popular mock draft websites in the next month or 2, because you can do live drafts with other users instead of computers. So first month is free if you do it by the 15th. I really recommend you do it. If you don't like it in the first month, you can cancel, but I really recommend you guys at least try that out. But thank you guys for watching, and Bears fans, NFL fans, let me know about the haul, and I'll see you guys in the next one.